Hey, what's up guys, it's Lego Hobo 910 here with another Lego video. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing set number 76058, which is Lego Spider-Man Ghost Rider Team Up. This is a fairly small set, but very detailed, so let's get right into the review. So we're going to start with the smallest build as normal. This is Hobgoblin's glider. As you can see, a very basic build with some purple detailing, and this front mask detailing with some horns. And this is very similar to Green Goblin's glider in Ultimate Bridge Battle, which I will be doing a review of. It has this turbo booster on the back and then some flick fire missiles here. They never get old. Basically how you use these is you make sure it's pushed all the way in, and then you flick it, and it launches out from this coming out of this. This pressure of it coming out is what launches it. And then you can also fit one minifigure on there fairly well. I decided to put Hobgoblin on there because this is Hobgoblin's glider. So next is this little bit of terrain. It's just a corner of a block. It's the corner of 2nd Avenue and Bleecker Street, and those are stickers. And then on the side of these post boxes, these are stickers. This is Frontline News, and it shows like a little picture of the newspaper. It says, "Frontline, the vulture preys over the city." Over here, if we take this out, you can see that it's the Daily Bugle, and it says Daily Bugle, Spider-Man Menace. Because what else would J. Jonah Jameson be writing about? Now we can put this street sign back in and look at it. As you can see, it has a nicely detailed look for just being a street sign, and it uses very few pieces. This here is actually just one piece, which I've seen used multiple times, and then just a few pieces there, and then there's the street light on top with red, yellow, and green like they should be, and those two printed not printed, but sticker signs that I showed you before. And also, if we go in the post box, we can see they have newspapers. They each have two. Here is the Frontline News one. As you can see, it says Frontline near the top. Here's a Daily Bugle one. It says Daily Bugle. And then it comes with one more Frontline and one more Daily Bugle. So then down here, there's also some nice curb detailing where it's just two layers of light gray, a plate, and then a tile. And that goes all the way around there. And then we have this little garbage can attached here, which I'm just going to take off. And if we take off the lid, you can see that it comes with this little plant vegetation piece and a bone, which are just meant to represent the trash, and then the lid goes on nicely. The only thing I'm not happy about with this section here is the fact that there aren't many places to swing Spider-Man around on that his web can actually attach to. The only place I found is it can attach to the lid of the garbage can, which you saw at the beginning. But I wish he made it some way that he can attach up to the street sign. It can't attach to the detailing on the top of the Daily Bugle box or anything else other than that. Though you can take it around and just like that, except it can't actually officially make a connection. Now we have Ghost Rider's motorcycle, which is built in a very similar way to the motorcycles in a set called Gotham City Cycle Chase, which I do have a review on this channel. If you want to compare them, you can go check that out. And this is just covered in flames. It has 8 total of these flame pieces, which are just connected in various ways, such as clips or going into Technic holes. And then has a big wheel on the back and a smaller wheel on the front. If we take Ghost Rider out of here, we can see it only has room for one, within this spiky seat detailing and the kind of horns for handlebars, as well as this big jut out here for the front. And then if we look at the bottom, you can see that's actually just connected very simply, and this doesn't have any structural support. It's just detailing. And then it also has some nice exhaust pipe detailing. And they also put some orange on the bottom to kind of give it a bit of a fiery glow effect under there. And then all the pieces connecting the fire is red to give it a more fiery look. And as I already showed you, it can only fit one minifigure. So our first minifigure is Spider-Man. Nothing special here, it's just a generic Spider-Man minifigure. A bit of back printing, a bit of front detailing, print on the face, which is expected print for Spider-Man, the way that it's done. And then a bit of print on the back. Nothing really special, except for this web piece here, which as you can see is just one big web piece. and then that connects to his hand by one of these. It's this little clear piece where it has a bar there for his hand to grab onto, and then a nega stud right there so that you can attach it in there. And if you end up losing these, though it comes with extras and many of these sets do, you could just attach the web like this, except it doesn't give the correct effect. So I just recommend using this. Plus, I'm gonna say this again in a bunch of my other reviews. If they make that in transparent green, it could be a Green Lantern ring for Green Lantern sets. And I really think they should use that, and it would turn out really nicely and look really cool. Our next minifigure, and the most complicated, is Hobgoblin. He is the villain in this set, and he has this pumpkin bomb piece, which is made out of two pieces, this pumpkin piece and then a fire piece attached. Pumpkin piece has some printing on the back and nice printing on the face. I don't know why they didn't just use the pumpkin bomb print that they used for Green Goblin in an Ultimate Bridge Battle, which I will be doing a review of that, as I said before, with a glider. But if we continue around, as you can see, very detailed front printing and a lot of it, and then double molded legs. If we turn to the back, you can see he has a tattered cape, and if we fold this up, you can see he does have some back printing. Also, he has this face here where he's just laughing maniacally with his glowing red eyes. Now, I've taken the cape and hood off so you can see the other face, which is him more so glaring and looking angry, and this might not show up on camera, but there are a bunch of lines around his face to kind of give him that leathery skin texture he should have, and then you can also see the back printing a bit better now. Our next and final minifigure is Ghost Rider. He's the coolest minifigure in this set, and as you can see, a lot of front detailing with that red rip glowing through, so it looks like his jacket's been ripped. You can see all the fire, and you can see chain detailing there, and there's also a bit of black and like glow there under his collar. Then on the back, some more chains, some more rips and glows, and there's a little wrinkle up there. No leg printing, though there is a lot of face printing there, and it gives him quite an expression that doesn't look at all like a normal skeleton head. And this hairpiece, it's part of the head. It's molded on. And also this piece is used for Goblin's pumpkin bombs, except different face print. Just thought I'd let you know. And his weapon here is a chain, and it is really, really long. It's this transparent orange, and it's really long, way longer than he needs it. I think they could have done with just using a shorter chain, and then also they should have attached something to the end, because Ghost Rider doesn't just swing a chain around, it's a flail, so they should have made the chain shorter, like one of those shorter chains that would go out to about here, and then attach something to the end, like, even if it's just a stud, something to give it the more flail look instead of just a chain. Also, this set has two of these fire pieces, which is the fire piece attached to a transparent orange radar dish, and it has one of these super jumpers, which you've probably seen before, and I don't recommend using them, but basically how it works is you set the minifigure there, and then it launches it. I don't recommend using those, though, because I've heard they scratch up the back of minifigure legs. I haven't had it happen to me, and that's because I just haven't used it. So I don't recommend using the super jumper. So overall, I think this is a very neat set with some really cool minifigures, except for the Spider-Man, who's just generic. And I only have a few complaints, which are those few things about Ghost Rider's chain, the super jumper, but that's not necessary, that you don't have to use, and the fact that there's not many places to attach Spider-Man's web. So that's all. Peace.